I promise that I will come back to talk about the additional angel that the Lord sent to me to protect me. I talk to you brethren about a pastor who had offered her wife in human sacrifice and devour her. This pastor went on to marry a second wife and was planning again to kill his second wife in human sacrifice in order to consume her flesh and drink her blood. And when the Lord revealed to me that this pastor was about to devour his wife, I rebuked him and threatened to expose him. I told him, Pastor, the day you slaughtered your wife in human sacrifice, I will tell the whole city that you killed your wife in witchcraft sacrifice. I know that you have a good reputation which you protect, but the day your wife die everybody will know that you are a witch because I know your identity. I reported, beloved, how I had an accident and our car was confiscated by the police in that accident. In the aftermath of this accident, when I was sleeping, I began to have a dream. This dream was different because I was seeing my life during the day. The Lord was showing things that had already happened in my life. I saw that I was at home but there was a man around me. But the strange thing was that wherever I went this man was following. When I go to the kitchen to cook he followed me there. All the time I spent in the kitchen cooking he was there with me watching me. I thought, why is this man following me everywhere? Let me talk to him. I asked him, would you like to tell me why are you following me, and who are you? Wherever I am going you are following me. He told me, I am an angel sent to you by God. I am actually an additional angel because you already have your guardian angels who walk with you everywhere, but I am sent especially in order to protect you against death. A group of people have risen against you to destroy you, and they are determined and resolute. That is why God sent me to be with you and walk with you everywhere in order to spare you. This angel followed me everywhere. I told him, you must be suffering to follow me everywhere. Are you not exhausted me? He replied, it's my duty to protect you and I will do it effectively. Then I saw an event that happened 4 days before this dream where I was invited to a friend party, and she came with her car to give me a lift. I saw in the dream I stood before the car and my friend told me the car is full but there is one seat for you. I saw in the dream that I was already with this angel and I told him, you can see that there is only one seat available in the car. You said you will follow me everywhere but there is only one seat here. He said, wherever you go I will follow you to keep you because it's my mission. I got in my friend's car and she drove off the car. When she was driving I saw that the angel was already inside the car. I asked him, how did you get in here? He said, wherever you go I will follow. We got to the party and when I was dancing with my friend in the middle of the crowds I noticed the angel behind me guarding me. He always had a space where there was no space. The dream of the days of my life continue and I continue to see that I was never alone because the angel was following me everywhere. I saw that I was running to catch a bus because I was going to work. The angel was also running behind me. I told him, can you run faster in order to stop the bus for me? He told me, I cannot do that because that's not my task. My duty is only to protect you. There are also angels who can do that, but I cannot do it because it is within my attribution. Brethren, what happened was that I began to feel like a daughter of a millionaire who walk with God, and in that pride I wanted to start ordering the angel around, but he told me clearly I can only do my task, which is to protect you from death. One day I was with the angel when I saw coming a dark smoke in the air. The angel exclaimed, Adeline, this black smoke that you see is death, that is coming against you. Immediately the angel gave me a matchstick, and when I lighted the match the fire released white smoke, that arose in the air, and I observed white smoke pushing away black smoke until it was no longer seen. The angel told me nothing about this matchstick or white smoke, but my understanding was that white smoke represent our prayer, for I have seen prayer of the saint rising in the sky in the form of white smoke. Every time the black smoke was coming against me the angel was giving me a matchstick to light up in order to have fire that release white smoke. I thought this match might be prayer that light up fire that produce white light. I was with the angel in this dream when he told me, Adeline, you must learn to glorify God in whatever circumstances you find yourself in. I understand that your car was seized by the authority, still you must praise the Lord for that. Because that car you lost had the angel of death in it. The death was supposed to happen in your life was attached to that car. You were supposed to die thanks to that car. The angel said to me, The pastor that you threaten to expose want to kill you before he kill his wife. He cannot kill his wife before killing you, because you told him if he kill his wife you will tell people in the city that he is a witch. That is why he want to kill you first. He has tried many tactic and the method to kill you but he was failed. His leader gave him many power and demon in order to terminate you but he is unsuccessful. I told you beloved that this pastor was a witch in his mother womb. In his childhood he was doing incision in other children's body to steal their star, and he became a member of Rose Cross in adulthood. He opened a church in order to transfer information about his member to the enemy. The angel told me, despite the power, capacity and demon given to him in order to kill you he still went to ask for the support of a group of evil pastors who were in the occult in his mission of killing you. In the spiritual world there was an evil association of evil pastors of our city who meet in the unseen world where they plot evil. The angel said, since this pastor wanted to kill you, he attended the gathering of evil pastor and show them powers and demon given to him in order to kill you, and he managed to secure support when he told them unless I killed her I cannot sacrifice my wife otherwise she will expose me, she has to die. These evil pastors told him, we will help kill her. She won't opportunity to expose you when you sacrifice your wife. And the angel said for 2 weeks these evil pastors are using the power and demon that your pastor has received from his master. These diabolical pastors have been coming to your compound for 2 weeks in order to turn around your car in a ritual where they were using evil power in order to kill you. For 2 weeks they have been coming to do ritual in the night on your car when you sleep. In these ritual they spoke curses and evil things that are supposed to happen to you. Thanks to greater power that they receive your car was bewitched and attached with a spirit of death. You just see a car, but it's no longer a simple car for it had become a program of your death. The car became a danger for you. When these pastors had finished the week with ritual of bewitchment of your car they were happy and they celebrated. They said when you enter this car you will die in a traffic accident on the spot. And your husband will end up with the 2 legs broken and he will never walk again in his life, but you will die. The angel asked, do you remember the incident where you screamed for help, when the military lorry almost hit your car precisely where you were sitting? It was no joke for you were supposed to die on that day. Beloved, since the day the spirit of death was attached to our car, my husband could see passerby properly because his attention was manipulated every time he was driving. I remember one day when he was going back, I told him stop the car, it seems like there is a child behind us. When he stopped the car a second later we saw a child showing up. He was right behind the car and my husband said I don't understand how I did not see him. The car was already bewitched and was attached to the spirit of death, and when the military lorry came toward our car he could not see it and I screamed because I felt I was about to die. The Lord Angel said, since the car was bewitched and programmed to kill the Lord in his sovereign will decided that you should lose that car. The police was trying to type your car number. God High Elf intervene and remove intelligence from the police so that they would not find out that you have insurance, otherwise you would have kept the car. But when it was confiscated I was really happy and enjoy because it had the spirit of death. In other circumstances I would do spiritual service on the car removing the spirit of death. But back then I was a spiritual baby, I did not know God craft and God ritual. I remember one day the Lord told me wake up, and clean your hand with water, because they have pierced hole in your hand. The goods you are going to sell you are coming back home empty-handed with no money. Since I was a child I refused to obey and wonder how come God is asking me to do things that spiritualist and charlatan do, not knowing that the enemy has copied everything from the Lord. I was with the angel defender who does not take his eyes away from me. When I went to the bathroom to wash, he followed me there. When I took off the clothes he was watching. It is when I removed the underwear that he covered his eyes and said, why did you remove your underwear? Please put back your underwear, you cannot be naked. I said, what's wrong if you see my nudity? He said, no way, I have no right to see your nudity. I said, but you are an angel of God. Is it an issue if you see my nakedness? He said, put back the underwear, you cannot be naked. If the angel of death come I will not be able to intervene, because I cannot see your nudity. Since I continue to wash naked the angel continued to insist and said, put back your underwear. and he kept his hand on the side of his eyes not to see my nudity. He said, "Put back the underwear, you cannot bath naked and I cannot see your nudity." I kept saying, "Don't worry, I just began, I will not be long." I came to understand that to be naked is against God. I was applying lotion and I was naked and the angel continued to cover eyes. I came to understand why many people die in the bathroom. Nudity does not please God. We should avoid being naked for long. Since the dream was the scene of many days of my life, I saw that one day I was bathing naked and the angel had his hand stopping his eyes from seeing, and was exhorting me to hurry and put back the underwear. I did not know the dark smoke was approaching towards me and the angel could not see it. It is when the dark smoke got closer that the angel saw it and rushed to give me a matchstick, that I lighted up, and the fire of the match released a white smoke that had stopped the dark smoke. This was the core of the message. The angel that protect us don't like to see our nudity. I noticed that it is when I was taking off the underwear that the angel would not look at me. I remember that in the past I was a member of a charismatic church where they don't bath naked. It made no sense to me at that time, and I never adopted that practice. It is through this revelation that I began to bath with underwear. Recently a brother called me and told me a pastor wanted to pray for his deliverance, and the pastor said at midnight he was supposed to be naked. You are dealing with an evil pastor here. When a witch want to attack and cast spell, he would often be naked. Children of God must avoid sleeping naked, for the angel's defender don't like to see our nudity.